Unit 2, Electronic Spreadsheet, Advanced. Introduction. In today's world, we use counting and calculations everywhere, in almost all industries. Different types of calculations are performed, like weight measurement, distance measurement, height measurement, etc. Every profession, household, institution, and even our smart devices have to deal with numbers. On computers, such types of calculations are performed using spreadsheet programs. In the previous class, we already learned about spreadsheet applications and some basic calculations using formulas and functions. We have also learned to visualize data using charts. In the unit, we will learn about some advanced features of spreadsheets, including how to analyze data to obtain useful information, use macros to automate repetitive operations, share files to eliminate duplication, create numerous sheets, and link the data in various sheets. Consolidating data. Consolidating data means combining information from multiple sheets and generating summarized information on a new sheet. It is the process of extracting meaningful information from a set of data to make wise decisions. LibreOffice Calc is one of the best software programs for consolidating data. It retrieves, correlates, explores, and visualizes data to identify patterns, trends, and relationships in the data. Let us take an example of a company's sales of any 4 quarters. Follow the given steps to consolidate data. 1. Create 4 sheets containing sales of 4 quarters of a company as shown below. 2. Rename the sheets as Q1 sales, Q2 sales, Q3 sales, and Q4 sales. 3. Add one more sheet and rename it as Consolidated Data. 4. Click on the Data Consolidate option. The Consolidate dialog box opens. 5. Select the desired function from the function drop-down list. In our case, we have retained the default function, that is sum. 6. Click on the Shrink button under the Source Data Ranges drop-down list. The Consolidate dialog box shrinks to single box. 7. Click on the Q1 Sales Sheet tab. 8. Select the range of data to be consolidated. In our case, we have selected A1 is to B6 range. This selected range appears in the Consolidate dialog box as $Q1 sales dot $A1 is to $B6. 9. Click on the Expand button on the Consolidate dialog box. The Consolidate dialog box expands. 10. Click on the Add button, the range added in the Consolidation Ranges list box. 11. Repeat steps 6 to 10 to add other sheets ranges as shown. 12. Click on the Shrink button under the Copy Results to drop-down list. The Consolidate dialog box shrinks to single box. 13. Click on the Consolidated Data Sheet tab. 14. Click on the first cell. Its address appears in the Consolidate dialog box as $Consolidated Data $A$1. 15. Click on the plus sign of the options. Some other options appear. 16. Click on the row labels, column labels, and link to source data checkboxes under the Consolidated by. The row labels or column labels for both options help consolidate data by matching the label. The link to source data checkbox will keep on updating the data of the Consolidate sheet automatically if there is any change made in the selected ranges. 17. Click on OK button. The consolidated data appears in the Consolidated Data Sheet. 18. Click on the plus sign besides the row numbers. The expanded form of the consolidated data appears. Subtotal in Calc. The subtotals command is used to group related data and applies the standard summary methods like sum and average. It may group subtotals by category and order them in either ascending or descending order, eliminating the needs for filters. Follow the given steps to use subtotals command. 1. Select the range of cells for which subtotal command needs to be used. Ensure that the columns must have labels. 2. Click on Data Subtotals command. The Subtotals dialog box appears. 3. Select the Game-like column in the Group By drop-down list. 4. Select the Matches Played column checkbox in the Calculate Subtotals for list box. 5. Select the appropriate function from the Use Function list box. In this case, we have selected Average function. 6. Click on OK button. The subtotals is calculated and appears. What if analysis? Decision making is an important task for any business or job role. Thus, almost every data analyst and business professionals use what if analysis tools of Spreadsheet to make better, faster, and more accurate decisions based on data. What if analysis helps to run reverse calculations, sensitivity analysis, and scenarios comparison. Cell values can be changed to perform a what if analysis to examine how such changes will impact the results of the calculations on the worksheet. The various tools of what if analysis include scenarios, goal seek, and solver. Scenarios. A scenario is a series of values that Calc saves and can replace on your worksheet without your intervention. It provides answers to what-if questions. Each scenario has a name. Multiple scenarios can be created in a spreadsheet. A scenario explores and compares various substitutes depending on varying circumstances. It is very helpful in the starting of any project to optimize the output. This tool is used to predict the output while changing the inputs which reflects the output, and thus one can choose the best plan of action based on it. For example, suppose you are working with an automobile company where your job is to analyze the performance of every employee quarterly, make multiple scenarios, and generate incentive for each employee. Follow the given steps to create multiple scenarios in Calc. 1. Enter the following data in a Calc spreadsheet. 2. Type the formula equal to C5 star D5 in the cell E5. 3. Press the Enter key. The incentive is calculated and appears in the cell E5. 4. Use the autofill feature to calculate the incentive of other people. 5. Now, select all records and click on the Tools menu. 6. Select the Scenarios option. The Create Scenario dialog box appears. 7. Type the name of scenario in the Name of Scenario text box. In our case, we have typed Jan to March. 8. Uncheck the Copy Back checkbox. The checkbox allows to save the changes made in the records used in the scenario. 9. Select the display border color. In our case, we have selected light orange 3. This border will appear around the records you have selected. 10. Click on the OK button. A border with name on the scenario appears. 11. Now make some changes in the incentive percentage column as shown in below figure. The incentive amount is automatically updated. 12. Select all records. 13. Again, click on the Tools menu and select the Scenarios option. The Create Scenario dialog box will appear. 14. Type the name of the scenario, select the color, and uncheck the Copy Back checkbox. 15. Click on OK button. The scenario is created. 16. Similarly, create 2 more scenarios by changing sales and incentive percentage columns every time. In our case, we have created as shown below. 17. Now, click on the down arrow at the right corner of the scenario created. All 4 scenarios are visible. 18. Click on the scenario you want to look. The selected scenario will appear. Goal Seek. Sometimes we may fill in values in the cells and then apply formulas to the values to obtain the desired result. To predict the output, we keep altering all the input values to get the required outcome. This is a tedious task. To overcome this problem, Calc provides a feature called GoalSeek, which is a what-if analysis tool. It sets the target value for a particular cell and then calculates the value of the input cell to get the target value. Let us take an example of the sales of tea in 4 quarters of a year. Follow the given steps to use the GoalSeek feature to achieve the target sales. 1. Enter the following data in the calc spreadsheet. 2. Type equal to sum C4 is to C7 function in the C8 cell to calculate the total sales. 3. Press the enter key. The total sales appear as 9,500. 4. Now, suppose we want that total sales become 10,000. This is our target value. In this situation, the GoalSeek will take place. Click on the Tools menu. 5. Select the GoalSeek option. The GoalSeek dialog box opens with the following fields. Formula cell. In the formula cell, we can enter the reference of the cell which contains the formula. We can click cell in the sheet to apply its reference to the text box. In our case, we have selected the cell C8 that contains the sum function. Target value. In this field, we have to specify the target value that we want to achieve as a new result. In our case, we have entered 10,000. Variable cell. In this field, we have to specify the reference for the cell that contains the value you want to modify in order to achieve the target value. In our case, we have selected the cell C7. 6. Click on the OK button. The LibreOffice Calc dialog box appears, displaying the final value of the variable cell as 2000. It asks to confirm to change in the variable cell. 7. Click on Yes button. The value in the cell C7 gets changed and the desired total sales appears in the cell C9. Solver. Solver is a powerful tool available in spreadsheet software like LibreOffice Calc. Unlike GoalSeek, it deals with more than one unknown variables. GoalSeek is used to manipulate one input cell after the outcome or target is fixed. On the other hand, Solver can manipulate a set of cells after knowing the output and can estimate the minimum or maximum value that can be entered into those cells. Below are the general steps for using Solver in LibreOffice Calc. For example, Anuj wants to score 90% marks in his final examinations. His current marks are given below. Marks of science and civics subjects are not mentioned. We have to complete his target by changing marks of these two subjects. Ensure that the marks of civics is not more than 88. Follow the given steps to achieve this. 1. Type the percentage formula equal to sum B2 is to B7 divided by 600 multiply by 100 in the cell B9. Press the enter key. The percentage appears as 59 in the cell B9. 3. Select the cell B9. 4. Click on the Tools menu. 5. Select the Solver option. The Solver dialog box appears on the screen. 6. Click on the Value Radio button and type 90 in the text box beside it. 7. Click in the By Changing Cells box and select the cells in the sheet which are to be modified to achieve the target. In our case, we have selected the cells B5 and B6. 8. Set the limiting condition. In our case, we have set the B6 less than equal to 88, which means the marks of civics should not be more than 88. 9. Click on Solve button. The Solving Result dialog box appears. 10. Click on Keep Result button. The desired result appears. Multiple operations. The multiple operations tool serves as a planning technique for addressing what-if questions, just like scenarios in Calc. In the case of multiple operations, the results aren't immediately visible within the same cells. Instead, they are presented in a drop-down list that adjusts the output based on the input provided. The multiple operations tool generates a formula array that compiles a list of results by applying a formula to a range of different values which are utilized within the formula. This tool involves working with two sets of cell arrays. One array contains the input values, while the second array applies the formula and shows the resulting values. Let us take the below example. An organization manufactures a mask in 30 rupees. If the organization sells one mask for 90 rupees, then find the profit obtained by the organization within a series of years by using the multiple operation tool. The yearly sale of the organization is 1000 masks. The fixed cost for a year is 15,000 rupees. Follow the steps given below. 1. Enter the following data in a sheet. 2. Type the formula equal to B5 multiplied by B2 minus B3 minus B4 in the cell B6 to calculate the profit. 3. Press the Enter key. The profit appears in the cell B6. 4. Enter the expected annual sales record in the column D. 5. Type profit in the cell E1. 6. Select the cell D2 is to E12. 7. Click on the Data menu. 8. Select the Multiple Operations option. The Multiple Operations dialog box will appear. 9. Click in the Formulas box. 10. Click on the cell containing formula. We have clicked on the cell B6 as we have formula in this cell. The cell address appears in the Formulas box. 11. Click on the Column Input Cell box. 12. In this example, we have another variable as number of masks sold which is in the cell B5. Click on this cell. The address of the cell appears in the Column Input Cell box. 13. Click on the OK button. The result appears in the cells.